Welcome to the Bindu Breath Awakening home practice. This is a shortened version of the Bindu Breath Awakening method, which you can do as a daily practice at home. And the idea is that you get to bring a lot of life force, vibrancy, and presence into your body. Get to explore these three different powerful energy centers: the upper bindu of consciousness and presence, the heart bindu of energy and emotions, and the lower bindu with orgasmic breathing for embodiment, sexuality, and pleasure. And so the bindus are these three primary energy centers before the chakras that are the essential points of the body and points of power within us. So it's really beautiful to work with these three different centers and to check in and give different love and attention to these different spaces. So throughout the practice, we're going to be working with the central channel, the Sushumna Nadi, which is this line of energy that runs between the very top of the head and the pelvic floor around the perineum, all the way through your body. So we usually visualize this as a golden column of light. And this is where our energy body has its main channel of energy and where Kundalini moves through our body. So we are going to be really dropping into the center, inviting breath first through the upper center, then the heart, then the lower bindu, and inviting that the energy can start to flow like a beautiful river of light through our body as we go through this practice. Another thing we use in this practice is bandhas, which are locks. So the idea is that we lock different areas on the body when we're holding our breath and we're aiming to hold energy into these different centers so that the energy stays in that area. So for example, with the first one, when we're building up energy into the upper bindu, we're going to be doing this chin lock where we tuck our chin, and the idea is that then the energy stays up in this area and doesn't start moving down to the rest of the body, because we want to keep it up here, because then we're going to be breathing it up. So we're doing this prana uchara, which is this uplifting of energy throughout the practice. So first you're going to be breathing into the upper center, which is around the third eye, but in the center of the head, so along the central channel. You're going to be breathing into this center, bringing all this energy into the head space. Then you're going to take an inhale, hold the breath, tuck the chin, and hold the energy as if you're kind of gathering this big ball of light and vibration in the center of your brain. Then you're going to let it enter the central channel. When you exhale, you let it go through the center, out through the crown of the head, and come into rest and stillness. Then we move to the heart space. So here you're going to be doing this movement of opening and closing the arms as you breathe. And here we focus on our emotionality. So if you're feeling any emotions, then you can let them move freely, inviting the heart space to open. And then again, we're going to be doing a breath hold, inhaling, holding. You're going to feel like there's this big ball of energy in the center of your chest. You're going to tuck the chin and then bring the belly button towards the spine and condense that energy in the heart. And then when you need to exhale, again, it's going to move up through the crown of the head and exhale into the space around you. And then finally, we come down to the lower center. Here we're going to be rocking back and forth as we breathe, inviting in pleasure and joy and yumminess. So whatever feels good for you, you can kind of dance and celebrate as you're breathing. Here it also helps to add a little pulse where you can squeeze the pelvic floor and then release, squeeze and release. And this can really build up that erotic, beautiful, orgasmic energy as you're breathing. And then when you inhale, then you lock the pelvic floor. So holding there, bringing the belly button, tucking the chin, and gathering the energy in this lower center. Then again, when you're ready to exhale, you let it shoot up and through the central channel into the space around you. So if you're unfamiliar with the more modern transformational breathwork, also called conscious connected breathwork, then what you need to know is that we are going to be breathing without a pause, and it's a much more intensive breath than you would normally breathe. So For the upper Bindu, I'm going to recommend that you inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. But for the other two, you can inhale and exhale through the mouth, which some people find a bit more intense and brings a bit more oxygen and energy to the body. So normally as you breathe, there's just like a bit of a lift and a fall. We're going to be taking it a bit more intense. So inhaling, exhaling. And you want to try to get the breath all the way down into the belly and also into the chest. So some people like thinking of like a vase where there's the lower belly area. So first you want to fill that vase part with breath. So fill the belly so that the belly expands. And then fill the chest. So first the belly fills, then the chest fills, and then you let go through the chest, through the belly. But also we want to be breathing into our diaphragm. So it can help to put your hands on your rib cage so that as you inhale, they come out wide to the side so that you're filling in the space too. So it goes belly, ribs, chest. So we're getting really, really full breath. A lot of us are breathing very shallow all the time, and this is why we tend to numb and have like anxiety and these kind of issues with our energy not flowing correctly because we're not breathing deep enough. The deeper we breathe, the more we feel, the more sensitive we become. So you want to really try to stretch yourself a bit with the breath to not go too shallow. Otherwise, you're not going to feel as much of a buildup of energy as you can in this practice. It's up to you to really bring the breath deep and powerful and to push yourself a little bit with the breath. It's common when you're breathing that you might feel some dizziness, some tingling in your hands and feet, especially with the breath holds. So just make sure that you do not stand up and walk at some point because you can get dizzy and fall over and hurt yourself. So never stand up while you're in a breathwork session. And if it gets too intense at some point, then you can just let your breathing calm down a bit, come back to natural. And you can always open your eyes and look around if things start feeling a little bit overwhelming for you. But it's advisable if you have any lung conditions or any other health issues that you look up if breathwork is safe for you to do because there are so many different conditions and so many different bodies. So it's good to check if there are any contraindications for you. So I'll guide you in the audio so you'll be able to follow along with this practice. And if you find the locks a bit too difficult, then just do the breath hold. You can skip the locks for now. I would just recommend for the final one, if you're not doing all three locks, if that's too complicated, then what you can do is something we call the clench and hold, where you just squeeze everything. So you just tighten all your muscles as you hold your breath. And then when you release, just let go of everything. So that can give some people a energy orgasm when they have this buildup of energy and breath, do this squeeze and then release and surrender completely. So it's recommended after this just to have some silent meditation time and let the process integrate for as long as you want, or maybe you can then move into some dance or some gentle movement after this practice. So I hope you enjoy the Bindu Breath Awakening, and hopefully if you really love this practice, you'll join us at some point for a retreat or for a live session where we do the extended practice, which is an hour-long ritual where we go much longer into each of these different sections. Welcome to your Bindu Breath Awakening practice. So you want to be sitting with your spine up straight in a way that you can move your hips comfortably during this practice. And when you're ready, you can start to close your eyes and bring your awareness into the body. Letting your breath just be natural for now. As you breathe, let the breath drop you deeper into your body. Following that inhale down through the nose into the belly. Exhale, softening your body. Bringing your awareness to the central channel running from the crown of your head to the pelvic floor. You can visualize it as a golden column of light through the center of your body. And as you breathe, this column can pulse, getting a little bit wider and brighter on the inhale and then contracting very slightly on the exhale. Feeling how this column opens through the crown of your head to connect to the universe and the space around you. And that the opening at the pelvic floor opens down into the earth. And along this central channel, feeling this Bindu point around the center of your brain, around the area of the third eye, but into the central channel in the center of your head, and seeing a brilliant, bright, white gemstone of light there, the space of consciousness. And then further down around the base of the heart, you find the heart Bindu. A brilliant blue light, like a little gemstone, the space of emotions and energy. And then further down around the lower belly, the space of the cervix, you see a red Bindu, little gemstone of red light for your embodiment, your eros. Now bringing your awareness back up to the upper Bindu, and we're going to begin the breath. So if it helps you, you can place your hand so that your thumb is at the third eye and start that deep continuous breath. So inhaling through the nose into the center of the brain, exhale. In and out. In and out. Making sure that the breath is going all the way to the belly, so the belly expands, the rib cage expands, the chest expands. Deep, full breaths. And focusing that breath into that center of the brain space, as if you're filling that gemstone of bright white light with energy, and it's glowing brighter and brighter with every breath. In and out. Keep that breath going. Keep drawing prana, life force, through the nose into the center of the brain, building up more and more energy with every breath, bringing your full focus and presence to each and every breath. And take a deep, full inhale. Tuck the chin and hold the breath. And as you hold, you're going to feel this big ball of energy building up in the center of the brain. Feel that tension rising as you hold the breath. Hold, hold, hold. You're going to hold for as long as is comfortable, and when you're ready to exhale, you're going to untuck the chin, let that ball of energy move into that central channel, and then you're going to exhale, let that energy go out the crown of the head and into the space around you. Inviting that all the mental chatter and excess energy in your head leaves with that ball of energy, so there's peace, calm, and stillness in the mind. And as you let go, try to invite the sense of surrendering into the space around you, letting your awareness be widespread. Letting your awareness become as big as the room, as big as your neighborhood. Seeing how far you can spread your awareness. And becoming aware of what is awareness. What is it that is aware? Now letting your awareness move down towards your heart. And we're going to begin the next round of breath. So as you breathe into your heart now, as you inhale, you're going to open your arms out wide like you're spreading your wings. And then as you exhale, bringing your hands in towards your chest, towards your heart. You can breathe in and out through your mouth this time if that feels better, or keep breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. In and out. In and out. Deep, full, continuous breath. As we breathe into our heart, we welcome our emotionality, all these different flavors of aliveness, our emotional landscape, with this sense of welcoming whatever needs to be felt, feeling whatever needs to be felt, and letting the breath invite you deeper into your heart and your feeling body. Letting the breath take you deeper and deeper with every breath. If tears want to fall, let them fall. If you feel other emotions, you can let out some sound on the exhales and let those emotions express and be heard. Give them a voice. Getting so intimate with your experience. Letting the vibration move through you by letting out some sound with each exhale. Even if it's just a slight let there be some sound from your heart. A few more breaths here. Then take a deep inhale. Hold the breath. You're going to tuck the chin, bring the belly button towards the spine, and feel this holding of all the energy in the area of your chest. Like this big ball of aliveness in the center of your chest. with this Bindu point, this bright blue gemstone of light right at the heart. See if you can feel that this energy field from all the prana is bigger than your body. When you can't hold anymore, you're going to let that energy enter the central channel, move up to the crown of the head, let go of those locks, and then exhale, let it fall out the crown of the head, flowing through you into the space around you, into the room. And then surrender, let go, and just feel. If you like, you can place your hands over your heart as you rest in the stillness, or you can even give your heart some gentle tapping to bring your focus there. Welcoming your emotions as an expression of the goddess, as an expression of life. All teachers, all having their part to play in your life. Nothing to fear or suppress. Asking yourself, what's underneath this? And what does my heart need? And then letting your awareness now move down, down, down to the lower belly, or the area around your cervix, if you have one. We invite the final round of breath. So as you start to breathe and rocking your pelvis back and forth, inhale, the pelvis tilts forward, your chest comes forward. Exhale, you rock back. And you can invite in with every breath a gentle pulsing, squeezing of the pelvic floor. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, release. And try to bring in more pleasure. Dancing with the breath, enjoying and savoring the breath, like the breath is a lover. Can you bring a little bit more celebration of being in a body as you breathe? Deep, full breaths right into the pelvis. Maybe even want to bring some gentle touch to your arms and legs as you breathe, or making some orgasmic sounds as you breathe. Letting the vibration of sound add more aliveness, more energy. Inviting some pleasure into your day through the breath. Few more final breaths here. Then take a deep inhale and hold the breath. You're going to lock the pelvic floor, bringing a contraction there, bringing the belly button to spine, chin to chest, and focusing on the lower belly area, like a big ball of fiery energy accumulating there. As you hold the breath, feel that tension of the fullness and the aliveness and the energy there, and see if you can hold it and condense it a little bit more, drawing all that juiciness in. When you can't hold anymore, you're going to invite that energy into the central channel, let it start to rise, unlocking the locks, and then when you're ready, you're going to exhale and surrender completely, letting go of all control, letting that energy naturally flow up, up, up and around. Letting go. And once you've released, all you have to do is feel. Feel your body, feel the tingling, feel the aliveness. It's normal for the body to have some twitches. Let it twitch. Maybe your body naturally wants to move a little bit. Let it move. You don't have to be in total stillness. Inviting in a sense of gratitude for this amazing body of yours. And we're going to finish by bringing the tips of our fingers to the top of our head and then giving our body this blessing shower by just lightly touching down your face, down your arms, your legs, all over your body as if you are making an offering to the divine through the pleasure of touch. Now you can either stay in meditation or move into the rest of your practice for the day, offering yourself a little inward bow. Thanks for taking the time to do this practice.